Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to our show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm here today with Bianca Pietersz. And what we're going to talk about, besides her journey in business and real estate and kind of where it got today, we're going to also talk about, let me get this right, PropTech innovation. Right. I know this has to do with some AI stuff, and it's really, really cool just from what we kind of talked about before. And I look forward to sharing with you guys. Remember, at Investor Fuel, we help real estate investors, service providers, really all real estate entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business. We provide tools and resources to grow the business they want to have, and in turn helps them live the life they want to live. So Bianca, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. And there's been a lot of buzz. And even at our last Mastermind, we had, someone talk about AI. We know there's a lot of things that, technology that just keep getting better and better. But before we get into all that, tell our audience a little bit about you. How you got into to real estate, what's your business background, and how you got to today.
Awesome. Yeah, so I am actually not from the real estate space or from the technology space. I just sort of happen to fall into all of this stuff. So I originally come from being an artist and a performer. And in 2020, I had my first child and we bought some homes. And this was kind of our first toe dip into real estate. Okay. And it was up to me to manage it. So it wasn't really, my greatest life dream to be a property manager. Right. But it's something that I had to learn pretty quickly to do and to solve problems for people very quickly who were in distress and constantly contacting me. So it was a great learning curve. But I had so many stressors with that. I'm an empath. People like to tell me their whole life story. Yeah. So they'd keep me on the phone for hours at a time when all they really needed was their toilet to be looked at.
Yeah, toilet plunged or something, or snagged or whatever. Yeah.
So I felt pretty overwhelmed because I was also navigating motherhood and just doing what I could to keep everything balanced. Mm-hmm. And that's when, in 2023, everything kind of changed with ChatGPT coming out and all of these large language models being introduced. I just saw a great opportunity. I was like, man, this could really solve all of the issues that I'm facing. And it has.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When and if you listen to any of my podcasts before, I like to go backwards because there's always a backstory somewhere that's pretty interesting. Before you bought these houses, was there anybody in real estate, any influences in your life? Anybody that that was a broker, owner, landlord, flipper, anybody like that?
No, not really. Actually, so my mother, we've moved around a lot throughout my life. So she's bought homes where she has lived, and then when we moved to the next place, we've rented them out. So I guess my mother. Okay. It was interesting to find out, though, we actually have generational ties to property management.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So not only she was doing that, but her mother and her family, extending like 2 or 3 generations, were property managers.
Wow.
And yeah, so they managed buildings, and I wonder if it's like something in genetics that
Something
has
in your blood. It got piped in there. So
yeah.
you're about to have a baby, or you're having your first child, and you just say, you and your husband, hey, let's go buy homes.
That wasn't quite
How did that all come about? I'm just curious because how you said it was like, yeah, I'm having my baby, so we bought a couple homes.
Yeah, I mean, this is more strategic in terms of like, hey, we'd like to start a business that's sustainable. You know, it's 2020. A lot of businesses are closing down. A lot of people are going through like some really heavy waters. And this is something that's predictable, something that is simple. It's black and white. It's something that's very attainable.
Okay.
And stable, right?
How did you fund these? Did you have savings? Did you use private or hard money? What did you do?
So we have, the initial ones were savings. And then we've gone and done private lenders.
Okay.
And we've just navigated as it comes up. As we come into a little bit of liquidity, we're doing like the BRRRR strategy.
Sure.
We're just like refinancing as much as we can and just kind of purchasing another home. Yeah.
Okay. So as you started doing this, right, as you started buying homes, I mean, do you and your husband have any other real estate background, or is there any specific things you had to go out and learn as far as being a landlord?
Yeah, all of it has been learned very organically. Through difficult situations. At the beginning, I've learned very quickly not to take this business as charity. So we've had people come in and just be in distressed situations, want to get into the home very quickly. And turns out they are either hiding something, or there's just something that doesn't add up. And we've had some really excruciating situations with like all of the appliances being stolen from the home, including like washer, dryer, refrigerator, oven, everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we've learned really, really quickly how to kind of vet people. And now we've got really good tenants who pay on time. We have no issues. But it's been 4 years in the making.
What were some of the original challenges, right? The original struggles when you first started off? Like, what were some of those things you had to overcome and hurdle?
Yeah. So for me, it really was that communication piece where people were constantly contacting me, and I had to learn how to have professional boundaries. Like when it's okay to interject and when it's okay to say, hey, you know, I might have to leave this conversation and I have to do something else because I also have things to do in my own life, you know.
So how many doors do you guys have now?
Right now, I'm personally managing 5.
Okay.
And I have started more focusing on the PropTech innovation, where we now service, I think we have like 60 properties on the platform currently, and it's growing, and we are inviting people to just test it out and see how they like it. We've automated the entire maintenance from tenant or manager requests that coordinates with maintenance providers, sends it over. Then there's maintenance reports that you can see at all times in real time. And then there's an action log of everybody on the team. So it's great for large teams. Yeah.
Awesome. So Let's talk about this software. What is it? Why did you create it? Did you see a need for something that was inadequate that was out there?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah. So again, I am coming into this space as a mom and pop landlord, right? When you are at that level, there is nothing that is really automating the process for you.
Right.
It's a lot of manual data entry. It's a lot of you being on the phones, you texting back and forth with people. It'll take a ton of your time to coordinate back and forth. Then there's an issue with reschedules. Someone's calling you again, and you might be in another meeting or, in court for an eviction, and you can't be doing both.
Right.
So this was really just a way of me trying to save my own time and overcome all of the issues that I was having. And then as we kept going and as we kept investigating and learning more and getting more clients, we started figuring out that, larger property management companies would need this so much more than I would. And their need is much greater because their instances are much greater.
Right.
So they will have 3 or 4 different breakdowns at one time, and people are coming to them from every which direction. And then they have a maintenance team who can only manage certain amounts in a day. So they have to kind of coordinate and prioritize and make sure everything is serviced, because there are actually legal limits for these things. I don't know where it is, in Idaho, I'm not sure, but in Oklahoma, it's a 14-day limit from the instance that you get a request to you servicing it. You have to make sure it's done within 14 days.
Right.
And a lot of people maybe don't know about those things or don't adhere to those things, but it's pretty important.
So is this a tool that pretty much just kind of helps, automate and organize and do all the things that kind of like a property management company would do for you, but you're able to do it on your own?
Yes, exactly. And if you have property management companies, you can actually have them use this, and you as the landlord can see all of the conversations. You have full visibility on everything that's happening, and then that full action log on every ticket. You know exactly where something broke down. Mm-hmm. If there's a communication breakdown, or if there is somebody who didn't show up, you know exactly who it was, when it happened, why, all of it.
Awesome. Did you hire a developer to come in and create this for you, or is this something you did on your own?
Nope, I have developers. Okay. So I am a non.
I was going to say that's brilliance right there.
So I was able to create initial prototypes through things like VoiceFlow and conversation builders, things of that nature. But nowhere near to what we have now. So we've actually built from scratch on Python, and we have a full team of developers now. It started out with one guy that I hired, and I paid him up front. I didn't have contracts. I just trusted that we would be partners in this. And I just gave him a ton of IP and the way it needed to function and how it needed to answer questions, and just a lot of training material.
Sure.
Leases and contracts, things that I had worked on for years that I was just giving to this guy. And it took him about 3 months to come back to me and be like, oh, hey, I have something for you. And I was trying to get information the entire time, and there was just no visibility. So,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Okay. So turns out he ended up creating 2 different products. One for me, which was this really disjointed thing that didn't work. And then one for himself that did work.
Fantastic. It had all the bells and whistles, right?
According to what we had discussed.
Right.
And then he posted it on YouTube as something that he made.
Wow.
And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I have been working on this for...
Did you have any copyrights or did you have anything?
I didn't. So that was my first big mistake in business.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Okay.
This experience kind of set the stage for the rest of my business. So the worst thing that ever happened ended up being the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I could see that silver lining, and because our topic is technology, innovation, and whatnot, and I like to ask this question: with AI and all the new things coming out, what's the shelf life of property managers now? How long are they going to still be around, and do you think they'll be replaced by technology?
No.
No.
I honestly don't think that they're going to be replaced by technology. This is a very human-centric business. Mm-hmm. So even though you may have parts of the process that are taken over, for example, maintenance coordinator, that one will be replaced for sure.
Right.
Like we're already doing that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to people wanting people to service them, never going to go away. It's like a nurse. Like you want somebody on the phone with you that actually is a person, that actually understands your problems, that can actually go over there and, see you face to face. A property manager is kind of like that. Like people want that human to human interaction.
Yeah, and I can definitely see that and appreciate that. People, I hate when I get on the phone and it's someone that, press 1 for this. And then you're like, operator, give me a person. Over your business time and your growth and the things, your up and downs, like I'm big on mindset, right? So I like to know if there's some tips or tricks, books, speakers, podcasts, anything that you use to really help your mindset stay kind of, in tune.
Okay. So general resources, YouTube will have every piece of information that you will need. ChatGPT, you can ask any question. You can generate images and content. And I think my biggest advice is to be a problem solver. It's not to accept somebody's guidance or direction. And it's to find your own way and to find something that works. So it's going to be really, it's like a mind shift. Some people, they just need that kind of helping hand. They want somebody to guide them through it, right?
That kick in the butt is what they need.
And then some people, like, you have a problem in front of you. How are you going to fix it? You find a way. It's not going to be crystal clear every time. And oftentimes it's not at all. You find yourself in a situation and you have to figure out a way to get out of it. Another really good person is like Angela Duckworth. I know this is going to be random, but grit. She writes books on grit and she studies grit. And I think that is like the most exceptional value to have. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So outside of the AI part that we briefly talked on, like what other trends are you seeing? What other innovations are coming down the line? I mean, what do you see coming in the future?
So I think we can all see what's coming in the future. We have like a merge of AI and humanity and things like Neuralink and those types of things. That's a dangerous slippery slope. That is, there's that idea.
Right.
There's also robotics and like an entire robot human force, I guess. In this would be us working with robots and being kind of, everyone has their own personal robot and whatever.
Right.
It's cool. That's an idea. It's also been depicted in all of the movies, and it's also a pretty dystopian idea.
Yeah, that'll all work out.
Yep. And then we have things that are more kind of grounded and based in reality, where we have like small little robotics that are being built for specific purposes. So, for example, I know MIT was working on something, I think it was last year or the year before. It might be like a few years back now, but they're working on like a little robot that can fix pipes. They can just like crawl through the pipe and then patch it when something is broken.
Wow.
So you see, those types of things are like, oh, I could use that. That's fun. And it's not this like crazy Terminator vibe of like, it's just going to know everything about me and come kill me.
Yeah, right. What do you see as your keys to success over your time in business, over your growth? Like, what do you think were the things that made you get to where you were or where you are?
Mentorship.
Explain.
So this is actually the other part of that conversation that we were having earlier. When I had lost everything and I had to like just keep going through being, IP thefted. It's that and self-advocacy. So I was able to go to the bank, get all of my money back after submitting a report. Then I found an IP lawyer through a friend, and I spoke to her for a while. We kept setting meetings. And she ended up telling me like, hey, I believe in you and I believe in what you're doing. And I'm going to come on as your co-founder. So the worst thing that ever happened, right? That I had to just figure out how to dig myself out of that and just keep going, made me meet my future partner.
Yep.
And then we were able to meet another future partner really soon after that. And it's been us three ever since. And both of them are much more experienced than I am, much older, much wiser, with really long track records. And I think that that's huge for anybody who is young and in business, being willing to take advice, being willing to take direction, being willing to learn from the people who have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, that's kind of like, the thing of our mastermind is that you want to be around people who've already been there so they can guide you there and help you avoid the pitfalls.
Yeah. And remember, only take advice from people you want to be like.
Exactly. There you go. If there's Bianca, if there's folks listening that want to reach out to you, want to connect, want to talk a little bit about maybe your software, property management, whatever it might be, what is the best way for them to reach out to you so you guys can have a chat?
So if you want to know about our product, Vizysmart, go to Vizysmart.com. And if you'd like to reach out to me personally, I am on LinkedIn all the time. So Bianca Pietersz on LinkedIn.
Awesome. And we'll put the contact information you already sent me. We put it in the show notes so everybody will have it. Bianca, thank you again for coming on here and sharing some information with us. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took some good notes. And, if you guys have any interest, reach out. Don't be afraid. So appreciate you all. See you on the next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.